Good morning, folks. Welcome back. Today, I think we're going to be doing some robot design. And I think we're going to use Robot Designer, which is a new tool a relatively new tool up on Superhive that I picked up yesterday. And I figured since it's the Blender sale, it might be cool to show you folks how to use it. And you decide you want it or not. It seems pretty cool to me. Um, and I think I'm not sponsored or anything, but I really just think robots would work pretty well for the next kind of vibe I'm going for this project. And I was like, it seems like a good time. So yeah. Anyway, let's jump in, see what we get to. I have used this a little bit, but not a lot. So surprises should abound for all of us. Should be fun. Let's see. I'm gonna come over here and Robot Designer, and you start by clicking there. Because this is not a tutorial. I am not an expert in this tool in any way, but hopefully it'll be cool. Okay. And then the first start off, it gives you this default boy here, but we can pick a different starting point. And all these starting points are just slider movements, so you can get anywhere from anywhere. So it doesn't really matter. But I want to try this guy this time. See how we feel about him for this first one. Yeah, all right. Seems possible. I don't know what the hell's up with that head, but oh, I guess I see it's a hologram. Well, we're getting rid of that. Um, let's start with the body. Just click on here and it brings up all kinds of seeds and stuff, and we can just sort of play with it a little bit. I wish the body had a way to make it symmetrical by default. It seems like some of them are kind of symmetrical and some of them are not, and it's a little frustrating because I want sometimes it to be, symmetrical. But let's start there. That seems cool. And to put decorations in front this time. Okay. Shape. Basic shape. Let's widen this out so we can use a deformation sliders, and we can move where the deformation happens. Let's go something like that. I think that's cool. Okay. Just jumping in really quick. And then the abdomen, type B, type A with joints. We're going to go with type A with joints just because, it looks cool. We can change what our joints look like. Also looks pretty cool. And we can bring that in. All right, we're going to go with that sort of a narrow abdomen, big chest for this guy. And then chest. Give it a middle depression. Ooh, that's cool. I like that. I'm going to go with that. Where's randomness? Okay. Extra length? No, I don't think so. We do want length though. Chest hole? Definitely. Definitely a chest hole. One thing that's just annoying me, so I'm gonna get rid of it right now, is decorations. Or is it plates? Where'd it go? Plates. Chest. Where's decorations? Where's the one I want? See, this is what I mean. Sometimes it's hard to find shit around this thing. Just straight up decorations. There we go. Right? Cables. Yes. I want it under our plates, not over. And we can get rid of those things or add a bunch more. But again, I can't mirror them. That's kind of annoying. I think he's coming up with a new version soon. I hope that it gives us more options for that. Because I don't just want random boils on my dude. And we can do a precise placement, but it's not really a precise placement. It just kind of lets you slide things around a little bit. I think that's better. But all right. Now I got rid of that. So now I can see what the heck I'm doing, and that's better. Okay. Then we're on chest still, right? Yeah. We can cut the back open if we want to. I don't think we do in this case. Lower chest is only, yeah, I'm not going to mess with that. Random cuts. You can add more. Make them in more. But that's too many. I want like something like that. And I'm just going to see if my seed will change. Sometimes it'll make it more symmetrical. Yeah, all right. That looks cool. Well, like, why is there a cable on this side and not that side? That just annoys me. I'm going to live with it, but it annoys me. Islands. Can add islands inside to his stuff if we want. In this case, I don't think we will. Well, sure we will. Cool. And we can play with all kinds of, like how much we want to cut and all that sort of stuff. Plates in the abdomen. Yeah, we definitely want abdomen plates. We can cut them. That's kind of cool. Lower chest back, so we can cut that around. But I want none. Pelvis. I'm kind of liking it as it is. Random cut seed. There we go. It's a better seed. Hey, Ren. That's looking all right for that. Let's keep going. Shape we're good with. And that could be our chest. Again, I wish our cables. Let's try better seed. All right. Yeah, I like it better. I'm not seeing any really too many, but that looks cool. Okay, and we can come back up now. And let's go to his legs because I hate those spikes. And again, lots of different options. Last one's kind of cool, actually. Let's start there. Cables under. I don't know. I said I didn't make it. It's not infinite randomize, except in that like you can distort stuff. So in that sense, any mesh is infinite randomized, but there's only a limited number of parts. It's a relatively new add-on over on SuperHive. So somewhere in between those two. I don't think it's the be all end all, but it's kind of cool for starting stuff, and we can always modify it after if we want to. So I don't know if that answers the question or not, but that's where I'm at with it. Let's go to 4. Okay, decorations, general. So we can globally make them a bit bigger, which I think we're gonna do to like that. But we can't pull them out right now, which is also annoying. I emailed him about it, and he's like, "Yeah, it messes with the Mixamo rig." So hip rig or the hip joint spherical 2. These are all kind of hidden at this point. Knee joint cylindrical, and we can make it bigger. Let's give them bigger knees. You can widen it out a little bit. That's kind of cool. I like that. And we're going to go with dual Yes. Let me maybe bring it back a little bit now that it's dual. Into that. Plates. Thigh. Sure, I want to get rid of those decorations. I can find it. There we go. Thigh. I do not want antennas. Cylindrical details, that's fine. That's better. I think we're going to go cylindrical details on the shin as well. Yeah. And we can change their shape, make it more, yeah, resolution of 4, make them, or, there we go, like, here's where 5 before, let's just stay at 5, 5 is cool. Bring it down, so it kind of matches more with the other ones. Cool, and we can add a few more. I'm into that, that looks cool. Need details, instances, no antenna. But there's none anyway. But we could just give it no, but we're gonna go with none. None is better here. Okay. Islands. Sure. Yeah, I'm all right with that. I think reasonably so. Like I said, it's kind of annoying. I can't pull them apart, but we can do that after in the rig, maybe. We can try that and see. Since I'm not going to actually animate this sucker. We can adjust the shapes here so they have the same kind of gizmo shape warping. That's kind of cool. Whee! Just fun to play with. Thighs again. Thigh offset. We'll pull it out just a little bit. That'll help us hide it, move it later. Vertical offset. Yeah. We can add a tip, which takes it up higher above, but I don't think on this guy. He's not going to have one. Oh, none is cool though. That's neat looking. If we add it back in, which way do we like it? Tip. I think tip with a 0 length is kind of, although that is neat for a cut too. Lots of playing. By plates, yes. So we can change. So right now it's got a cut factor. So we can decide to cut it around as much as we want. That's kind of neat. We can bring our plates in a little bit or out. Give them big beefy legs. Sure. And obviously we can subdivide it more, which will give us more or less detail. I don't know that I want. I kind of like it just even none. Just very base detail for that. Cool. Now we're good on that part. Let's go up to the feet. And here's where I wish we had more options because I really want to make it bigger and we can't. Not using a spherical joint. I like that one better. Radius, make it a bit bigger just so it feels oomphy. Those are tiny ass feet compared to this robot and it kind of pisses me off. Feet plates, fine. And again, same with the back cut factor here. We can make it go more, which I think we'll do. Just give us slightly bigger feet. Okay. Simple on the foot. Now let's go to the arm. See what we can do here. All right, that's kind of neat. Decorations. We can allow the cables to go over. I think on arms, I don't mind the cables going over. It's kind of cool looking. Um, Dumb, but cool looking. So whatever. Elbow. We can add details if we wanted to on it, but I don't think we're going to. Keep it at 0. Forearm. Cylindrical. And again, let's go with resolution of like 5. I think that was what we were at before. I don't see a lot of them. He worked hard on it though. So, I mean, and that's my problem with the Blender community is that people love things that just make stuff for them without even thinking about it. So people just use it and then think they're designers. And like, this will not make you a designer. But if you're making an indie game, it's probably useful. If you don't care that much, I care. Shoulder, cylindrical details. I'm gonna say resolution of 5. What happens if we go kind of crazy to like 20? That's not even 20. Not precise placement. Can you just give me a whole bunch? Now it looks like it stops at it. 10 on this one. Just the way it's going. Precise placement. That's kind of neat. All right, let's do that. That's cool. Exactly. Background characters and crowds. If you have a Star Wars scene with a shit ton of robots, that's cool. But I don't know. I can be at this point now. I'm getting that like I'm turning into one of those guys. But I wish people would design more and think a little more before they just threw stuff into their scenes. Time for me to start waving at kids to get off my lawn though. I think it's fine until everyone does it all the time, and then it's like, plates, shoulder. If we increase the subdivision, sure. Random cuts. Let's just change the seeds. Actually, I liked it better. The first one. Yeah. Yeah, let's do that one. That looks cool. I can make it big honking plates. Let's even go bigger. Yeah. Cool. Upper arm. Excuse me. I'm kind of okay with it. Shape. Again, we can adjust all of this stuff. Elbow. Sphere. I think I like it better as a sphere. No, it's got a plate on. Oh, that's the plate on top. Ooh, let's see. Sphere. No, I like the plate. Cool. I'm actually kind of okay with that arm. Upper arm, I can make it bigger. Let's definitely make it bigger. It's just the plates. That just feels more fighter. I'm into that. Cool. And then grab his hand and general size. Hand does let us get bigger, so let's go bigger. He's got big fighter hands. Finger width. Sure. Islands. Use islands. Just make it more chunky. Cool. Joints. Wrist joint. Spherical 2. Adds those little spikes to it. circle 3, 4, 5, kind of like 1. I'm going to go with 1. So wrist joint, finger joints, those are fine with me right now. I'm not going to mess with them. Plates. Back cut factor our fingers if we want to like pull it in more. As he's a fighter, we're going to allow him to have sort of up to about there. He's got armor on his top. Cool. And then back up again, and let's look at this head. See what we can do about this. I do not like this eye. I'm going to go with just eye line. Great. That's automatically better. But there's lots of options, right? So let's just look. Vertical parallel eye lines. That's kind of cool. Horizontal eye lines, also cool. Camera lens. Kind of fun if we want it off to the side. Pair of camera lenses. Ooh, that's very cute. Too cute for me. Random lens. I don't even know where that's going to go. Neither does anybody else, apparently. Symmetrical random lens. Yeah, fine. Oh, for sure. I agree. I also think, though, that people think it's the same thing as with Photoshop painting in the old days with like brushes and whatever else is. People think that some add-on is going to make them a great designer, and it never does because it's not what it's there for. So you just have to kind of go with it. You're like, okay, fine. Eyes, ears, cylindrical 1. Can make them bigger. I kind of like them bigger. That feels fun. I actually like this head on this guy. Sometimes I've been changing the head, neck, small Adam's apple. We'll go the full Adam's apple, just make it bumpier. Cool. And width, bigger neck. Cut factor, we can give it a little cut to that, which is fun. Let's do that. Have neck guard. Do not have neck guard. Well, we definitely want the neck guard, right? Okay. Shape. Cone. These are the head shapes. So we can go basic shape. It's kind of fun. Inflated. Yee. So far, I'm just liking cone the best. Sharp cone. Cone. Yeah, I'm going with cone. Front flattening. We can do this. Bring it in more or keep it out more. I like it in just a little bit more. Bottom flattening on our jaw. We can, yeah. Front flattening. Bring our jaw out more. That's cool. Keep it wide. Jaw offset. Oh, that's better. Let's go forward more. And inclination. We can bring up or down the mandible. Let's take it to like there. So it gives you an idea, like I said, like what you can modify. It's not 100% modifiable, but it's, it's got some stuff. Okay. General. Spikiness? I'm always interested in what people call something too. I'm like, what the hell is spikiness? Let's keep it low. Skull extension. Ooh, trippy. Jaw extension. No. We could subdivide it. Does that help us more? Ooh, that's neat looking. I like that. See those bits in the plates. Okay. So change our cut seeds. I like that. want to see if I can get rid of that things out of the eyes there. There we go. Got rid of the stuff that was in that plate section there. That's looking fun. Again, like, he ain't gonna be a main character, but I think he'll work. Yeah, modeling from scratch would take hours, and even kit bashing where you're editing parts. Because the problem is, like, what I would love to do is be able to go in and edit this now, like dab and move a few just vertices and kind of best of both worlds kind of vibes. And the problem is because it gives it the rig, it's going to limit my ability to do that later. But we can do it a little bit, and we will do it a little bit. Okay, I think for our first bad boy, we'll go with that to start with, and then we're going to change his materials up too. Finish our robot, sure. Well, actually, the materials should be. I change the order of them. Yeah, go back to editing. Weird Blender modifier things. This should be above that. I don't know why. Okay. So the first thing, let's do our plates first. Come here. There are 2 plate colors. Or maybe there's only one on this one. Not a second color. Oh, there we go. I see. Color random, so I'm gonna take it way down so it doesn't do microtonal changes. And then we can see difference between which one. It's not changing a lot. Kind of okay with that. Edge color fade. Painted line color. Let's just get rid of it entirely. Where's that line coming from? Details same as his plate. Yeah. Islands. Is that here? Edge color fade. Nah. What are you doing? Edge color. All right, fine. Select that. No, it's not the edge. That's a secondary pattern. That's a painted lines color. Am I on? No? Oh. There we go. Delete that. Ah, come on. Undo. Delete hierarchy. There we go. I'm not on the robot. I'm on something else right now. I was on the other finished one still. I didn't undo it. Cool. So we're back. Now we can do it. Okay, now let's change this plate color. So now we can say our edge color is going to be same as that. And we can, yeah, so there's our edge. Come on. Bring it down. And cool. Painted line color. I don't really want any right now. Just gonna get rid of that for shits and giggles. I kind of like this like orange and gray. It's like a construction bot repurposed sort of vibe. But I think we want less second color. Yeah, and then we can just, you know, that feels pretty cool. Okay, eyes are going to be a different color just to, there we go. Separate it out from the other stuff. Cables are going to be slightly metallic and darker. Not quite that dark, but that dark. That seems cool. Okay. Joints already kind of there. Second color opacity, if we want to bring it up. That's kind of interesting. Weird that it's like, it is a second color. It's already that color. Let's take our joint color. Or rather our plate color. Come here, grab that. Why is it? I don't know why. Okay, fine. Copy that. It should just be copying it. It's not though. Paste. Now it is. Now it's the same color. Screw you. Numbers for the win. Edge color fade. Great. Let me take the wear down on our joints just a bit. Oh, these aren't our plates too, but joints as well. Not quite as foobarred. Bring it back a little bit. Cool. Hole size. I don't want fake holes on it. Cool. I don't want. We could bring our. See, these are our painted lines. And width. We could take it down. Give it kind of like a. Yeah, I don't hate it in the small. That's kind of okay. I wish there was more ways to like change it around because the pattern we can just offset it, but you know, we can do this and play with it, but can't really change the pattern too much. But that looks all right. Okay. I hate this one toe here. This is what I mean by stuff. It's like I want to change this one fucking toe, and I can't because it thinks of it as plate 2. And then the way it does it later, I can't change it by just changing the material because it's all one material too, which is, you know, annoying. Let's just see if we can't. Plates, seed. That's better on my toes. I don't guess I hate that. That's fine. How long have I been using Blender? About 8 years. Yeah, something like that. About 8 years. Professionally, 100% for 7. Okay, and our rig, we're gonna say Mixamo is fine. Cool. And then we go back up because it's out of order. And finish our robot. It should be thinking. Cool. Finished. Turn off that. There's our final robot. So now we can pose it ourselves or grab a Mixamo character. I think I'm just going to grab Breathing Idle. Import FBX. And I just have a few Mixamo poses already. I am a professional concept artist. I'm just in between projects right now. So I work in TV and film and very rarely video games, but mostly TV and film. Okay. Rococo. We're going to retarget. Source is going to be armature. Target is going to be the robot model. Build our bone list. And then retarget the animation. I like it. It's doing weird things with his arms. Like they're off to the side and shit. I don't know why it's doing that. Well, but I still kind of like the pose, so we'll do it. Then we'll just have to fix it. Clear animation data. Gone. I don't think so either, but what you gonna do? Okay. Tab. Tab, sorry. Pose mode. Why is that off so far? I don't know why. 0. That's better. 0. No. Oh. 0. Okay, so it brings it back if we zero it out. That's good to know. Again, I'm just kind of, you know, relatively new to this one. Let's zero it out. Let's see if that puts it where it's supposed to be. It does. Or where it wants it to be anyway. Okay, now we can local Rx. Bring his arm out just a little bit. And this one, I went back just a little bit. Yeah, it's off. Okay. And we're going to have to turn off the lock so we can move it to line up better. Because it was not actually where it's supposed to be. That's much better. This is what I mean by this tool. Like, it's good. It just has a few things that hopefully he's going to fix in this next version. And I think he is. So he said he had a new version almost ready to come out. So that's better. That feels pretty good. These legs are still a little close together. So let's bring them out more. And out more. And see if we can't out there. There we go. So we're just destroying this rig, but he's not gonna be animated anyway, so I don't care. Yeah, I hear you. I get that. I started in 2.7.6 was my first version of Blender. I think I'm gonna take these here and individual origins and scale them up just to make his feet a bit bigger. That helps us a lot. Now he looks way better. And take these and global this time. I guess I could do whatever, but bring it up. He feels pretty good to me. Bring his foot down. Now we change stuff around. He looks like he's ready to beat somebody up. Let's object mode. I like him. Feeling pretty good. Let's save him. Save as yesterday's where I was playing. 260508. Pugilist robots. One. Okay. Now I think we're just going to make another one just from scratch and then we'll put them together. So it's going to do a new. He's getting that fighter vibe for me. I think we might try a different kind of robot this time just to see if we like they're not all the same, just like massive bruisers. And it'd be fun to make something different. So let's do a big one versus more like a smaller MMA sort of looking guy. Something like that, but or we could go like super big, kind of crabby like that. Any of these are fine. We did this one last time. Let's just do this one. Again, it's all just a starting point, so we can change anything and everything as we want to. Okay, he's got warts all over him. Not awful, though. All right. First thing I'm going to do is change the head, because I kind of hate that head. Let's see. That's better. I like the bunny ears. Kind of like that. Angle. Can we turn it down? Like that. That's kind of fun. Oh yeah, it has. He made lots of male robots. I saw some guy complaining they didn't have sexy robots, but you know, that's the Blender community. I just kind of shake my head. Turn off horns. Turn on extra plates. Ears. Gonna leave them small this time. eyes. Camera lens. It's right down the center. Whoo, no. I do want to do that one, but I don't like it yet for that. That works for me. General, yeah. Shape. Inflated. Exactly. It's not quite as bad as Daz, but what you gonna do, right? Face shape. Ooh, no. Sharp inflated is kind of cool looking on this one. Let's do that. Neck. He's got an Adam's apple with a cut factor so we can see it because that's just cooler. Alrighty. That's kind of fun. Much I like that head better. It's making everything better for me. Let's come up to torso now. And just get rid of them. I don't want them this time. We're going to keep him kind of more streamlined. So that's cool. Cables. We could give him cables. 5, but not over. So they're underneath in parts. And we'll make the radius smaller on them. Cool. Better. And we can add screw holes if we want to. It's kind of fun. But again, they're not symmetrical. Drives me crazy. Add islands, sure. Honeycombed. That's kind of fun. I like that. I'm into that. Plates. Start with his chest. Chest plates definitely. Back factor cut. I kind of want to do that actually. Can we invert it? Yeah. I'm gonna invert that and not that. That feels cool. Definitely into that. Cool. Down to random cuts. So it's mostly symmetrical. Grumble. What the fuck is that? Distance 0.02. Cool. Okay. I just want symmetry. TV is mostly environment. TV is honestly means everything. I have done all that stuff, but primarily it's environments. I've done lots of props, lots of weapons. I did the Batmobile for Batwoman, so I guess I've done vehicles. But I did the costume and weapons for the canceled Netflix superhero Grendel series, but it got nuked, so no one will ever see it, which is sad. You know, stuff. Abdomen plates. God, let's bring it back so we can bring it all the way forward, or we can cut it like that. Let's cut it like that. That's cool. Chest plates. We did that one already. Pelvis. We definitely want pelvis plates, but less cuts. maybe even no cuts. Shape. We can change our, I'll give him a bit more arm space. I think that's what's pushing our arms out before. Some, I mean, you know the concept of the world. I'm actually don't like reading scripts that much because it doesn't really matter. Because for me, what I will do will be the first time a space gets used, but after that, yeah, who knows? So this way, I get to still watch the shows if I don't read the scripts. Um, so mostly, what I'll get is my instructions are more like I need a well, so I did the house for Fall the House of Usher, and it was like it's a creepy early 20th century house. It's got lots of mold on the inside and it's falling apart or something like that. And then that's what I'll use as a starting point. Um, oh yeah, that's cool. Let's do that. That's the lower cut. Both the same. Can go all the way through. Oh, I see. So you can angle it. Nice. Oh, that's very cool. Neat. Okay. I like that. Um, we did abdomen, right? No, yeah, well, I don't know. Type A with joints. I think I'm into that still, so we'll just keep doing that. Chest shape. Didn't do a middle depression on this. Do I want to bring it down just a bit more? Yeah, a bit more of a, like a breastplate kind of vibe. We can increase the length even more. Yes, I'm into that. Chest hole for that bottom. Sure, that looks cool. Let's do it. Oh yeah, no, I'll know the overall story and the overall vibe and that before I start working on it. So you'll get like, I know the world and I'll talk to the production designer to figure out exactly what he wants and that kind of she wants. But but yeah, it's yeah, cool. Good deal. Um it's just have an idea what they need and what they want. Like what's the goal of the show? What's the overall vibe of the show, as you say, that kind of thing. Decoration, cables. Add a little bit of cables to it, but not over, under, and then thigh. I don't really like these details. I think I might go 0 this time. Or 1, 2, 3, but keep them way smaller. Yeah, way flatter. Cool. And a resolution, we'll go 5 again. Keep it radius. So that's okay. It doesn't change much right now. Okay. Good deal. Shin, same thing. We want 5 amount for radius. Bring it in. Size, just bring it down. So it's, kind of similar. Okay. It's decorations, general on the shin. This is our, are we in plates? I don't want to be in plates. Am I on? Shape. Shin. I want less of that. Maybe a bit bigger, but intensity, we're going to bring that back down. So it's not quite so bulbous. You make stuff up. You do what you think is cool. I worked on a Netflix show called Another Life, where the production there was like, "Make me some alien spaceships." And I'm like, "Yeah, okay, cool. We're gonna make what I think are cool alien spaceships because that's just there we go. That's better. It's gonna go no knees on him. We're gonna do plates. Yeah, I'll do plates. Cool. That's better. Offset. Bring it in more. Those are cool looking knees. All right, I'm into that. Joints. Hip joint, spherical 1. That's just simple. Spherical 2, no. 3, 4, 5. We're gonna go with 4. Diameter. Cool. Knee joints are going to be that. Yeah, that's better. I like that more. Cool. Plates. Back cut factor on our shins so we can bring it forward more. Let's take it to about there. Thigh plates, back cut factor. Again, we can do the same thing. Let's take it like that. It's got cool. Thicker around that. Cool. Can I cut my cuts down a little bit on that? Shape. Cool. Now, general. There's my thigh. It's easy to get lost in here. Thigh. Tip. Yes. Up higher? No, maybe I don't want a tip on this one. Well, maybe a little bit like that. Yeah, that's cool. Let's do that. Just so it's just below. That's fun. Cool. I'm not gonna mess with his feet at all this time, I don't think. Arms. Size. Can punch him up a bit. Bigger arms, yes. Shape. Forearm. That's kind of neat. Wide on a plate, but whatever. Uppercut, sure. Lower cut, yes. Gonna cut in that deformity quite a bit. Make it a little bit less. There we go. That looks much better. Oh, I love Freyren. And Full Metal Alchemist, the older one, for sure. I'm not the world's largest anime fan. I lived in Japan for 2 years, and it kind of killed my love of that a little bit. But Square, yeah, let's do Square to differentiate him from the other guy too. Oh, huge. It's gonna feel a little weird, but you know, whatever. 0, no. 0.3. That's where we're at. 0.3. Sure. Scale or all scale. 1 is good. We can warp it out with the distortion if we want to. Whee! That's kind of cool looking. Let's do that. Upper arm. I'm okay with that, I think. I like having a bit bigger of the upper arms. I'm all right with it. This guy's a lot smaller. He might feel a little too small, but we'll see. Plates. Oh. Give us bigger hands first. Decorations on the hands? No. General. Size. Big hands. Maybe not quite that big. Big hands. Islands. We'll definitely give them the plates. Joints. Circle. Yeah. Cylindrical. Radius. Width. We'll bring it in to like there. Cool. I'm going to make his finger joints just a bit smaller. Cool. Plates. Seems fine to me. I'm into that. Oh, we're still working on it. Or hey, Jay or Jerry, sorry. I posted up the final pictures of that environment, and we're just moving on to the next space, and we need some characters first for it. But same world. We have not moved beyond it yet. So I think we're good. Cool. Yeah, I'm all right with that. Again, let's just maybe the legs. A little width. Make it a bit bigger. Yeah, that feels better. We'll go all the way to 1. That just feels better. Okay. Materials. Let's take a look, see what this guy looks like. He's blue. I don't want him to be blue. Plates. Plate 1 color is going to be kind of a olive drab. Into that. Plate 2 color is going to be like a yellow. That's cool looking. Very into that. Edge color is going to be that, but slightly darker. Cool. Wear amount. Yeah, he's going to get beat up too. Gonna get rid of the holes. And painted lines with, do we want them? I don't know. I don't hate it. We'll do it for right now. Okay, color random. This guy's like all over the place. He's like old military beat up. See how like, because color random is so high, every plate's basically a different color, but I kind of dig on it. Eyes. We're gonna go more red. Darker. Definitely. Islands, that's fine. I like those plate colors for that. Joints, also fine. He's definitely ex-military. And I think that's pretty cool. We're going to modify him, I think, after the fact too, just to try one, see how we could do more to it. Done. Rig selection should still be Mixamo. Yeah, it is. And then we got to come up here and finish our robot. I have designed quadruped robots. I've done bipedal ones. Yep. Oh, I, I make a lot of stuff. So I was unemployed for a year or so and I made 1,500 images in that time. So like I make a lot of stuff. Okay, turn off that. Let's come back. I want to do a little bit more to this guy. So the cool thing with this one is he's got it set up so there's no blending. It's just turning so the shape doesn't deform, which means we can attach stuff and then link it to bones and it should pretty much work. Let's see what I mean. I want to grab Kitbashy stuff. And just looking for a cool part that I think would be neat. I think that's a fun part. Put that here. Will it let me? Yes, it will. Scale it down. Cool. And then local. Up. Cool. And we can mirror it on this. Cool. And I'm just going to apply that modifier now. And let's see. I wonder what happens if I give it the robot texture. Yeah, probably that one's not right. Those are IDs. Yeah, because it's got transparency. So that's not going to work. Okay, well, we'll just have to make it ourselves then. Base color. I'm going to grab that. Roughness. I'm going to make it higher. Make it a bit brighter. Metallic is going to be a little less. Yeah, maybe not. Like that. Cool. It's a tough market out there. I'm not going to argue that one. I have struggled and continue to struggle. And, you know, the very fact that I'm here doing this now is because I am unemployed. So if I were not unemployed, I would be working right now and you wouldn't be seeing me. So let's just join these together. Okay. Oh, come on. Object, convert to mesh. Now, join. There we go. Okay. So we added that, but now what we can do is just come in here and grab our rig and this, and oh, sorry, this and our rig. Pose mode. Select a bone that we're going to link it to. In this case, the chest bone, and control link, or sorry, control parent to bone. Oh, that I need to undo. Come on. Control A, all transforms. Now, pose mode, grab that. Control P to bone. So why is it making a huge? Oh, is it just doing something weird? Does this guy need to be? Object mode. All transforms. No. Ah, fine. This is what happens when you try something new. A all transforms. The arms are off. This is doing that thing it was doing before, where it's pushing them out. Well, let's see. I mean, I can just adjust it, I think. That. Let's see, what is our rig set to? I'm just curious. Scale. Okay. Well, the other thing we can do is let's see this. Pose mode. Parent bone relative. S.01. No. Object mode. S.001. No. All right. We may have to play with this some more, figure what we're doing. I just want the link, but it we should be able to do it, except that the scale's all wonked out on his tool because these are not attached, I think. Indeed. And he has not used a hell of a lot in TV yet, but it's certainly on the way. Yeah, because that's pushed out more. I see. I'm gonna have to keep playing with this. Let's see. I want to. Are there shape keys? Let's look and see. How's he done it? Vertex groups, just the vertex groups. I mean, worst case scenario, I can just repose it with Mixamo, and then that would be, it would lose kind of his cool way of doing it so it doesn't deform, but I don't know that I'd care too much. It's just a matter of, do we care? Let's see. Parent. Does that work? No. You know what? I don't care that much. So for right now, until I can figure this out, we're not going to do it. Just get rid of it. When all else fails, screw it. Okay. Pugilist Robot 2. Yeah, the problem is the scaling. His scaling is all off, and then when I try to apply it, it gets freaked out. There's no attribute modifiers. Yeah, I understand. But I don't really want to mess with it on stream just because it's a lot of me cursing, going, what the fuck, over and over again. So it's not that interesting. Let's give this guy a pose. Again, it's probably going to screw the pose up when I do this too. So let's see. F4, import FBX. We'll go action idle to fight idle. And then let's fight idle. I like fight idle. Let's use it. Okay. So that'll work. Rococo. Retargeting. Source armature. The arms are going to be fucked up. I know already. But but we can fix it. Retarget the animation. See? Told you. Now, might work now, actually, but yeah, I hate rigging. I think pretty much everyone hates rigging. Pose mode. Alt G. Oh, I set it. So let's just move it. Item G over to here. Kind of rotate it so we're roughly right. I just want it to look cool anyway. So I mean, that's the advantage we have. Like, I don't super care because I'm not trying to make it animated. If I was, this would be a huge pain in my ass. But that feels pretty good for that arm. Right. Yep. Kill locking on that. Bring it back to like there. Lining him up. That looks pretty close to what we want. And yeah, it's not exactly accurate because that gets all fucked up there, but you know. Let's see. This is why the other reason I say that, like, you know, using other people's tools is okay. Maybe we just leave it as base kind of. But you're going to need to know how to do some stuff because when it does weird things, you have to be able to fix it. I deleted all that. I'm just going to get rid of this. Fine. Is this now set to the correct scale? Object mode. Yes, it is. Interesting. So now let's see what happens. Rest position. Cool. We might be able to do it now. Let's bring this back. Attach it here. Because I do kind of like these things. I'm a huge sucker for these sort of weird select hierarchy scale. Why is it not letting me rescale it? What the fuck? Okay, fine. Join. Alt P, clear parent. Piss off. First off. Object set origin. Or sorry, Control A, all transforms. Now, clear parent. Still. What are you doing? I'm just being weird today. I'm going to. There's nothing locked. Nothing locked. That'll work. Don't know why. Don't care. Okay, yeah, cool. Just want to try this, essentially. I get annoyed when I can't make something work, too. Mirror it on that. Mirror it. Yep. And apply all. And its material should be just material now, right? Because that was what we made before. Yes. Cool. Save. Now we should be able to do this. Pose mode. Control parent. to bone. What? That's all one, scale 1. Everything's scaled correctly. Something just weird going on here. Clear parent. It's still doing the same thing there too. That's maybe what's causing it. It may actually not be the fault of the robot. Maybe the fault of this object. You know what I can do? File, export, OBJ, selected only, bits, delete hierarchy, F4, import, OBJ, bits. Fuck you. Material. Now it has no weirdness. It's not attached to anything. Pose mode. Bone. Yes. See, we'll make it work. Object mode. Now we come to here and pose position. Yep. They're still there. Cool. A little off because of that shoulder. That's annoying, but we can just move his arm. Pose mode. Do I have locked on or something? What's going on? No animation. File, save. Let's just see if we open it again and see if that'll fix it. See if Blender's gone wonked out on us. We did get the part attached. That I'm all kinds of happy about. Okay, global. Object mode. Robot designer. Robot model. Now it's attached to that. Okay. But this thing, pose, we should be able to pose you, you fucker. It's not locked. Weird. Well, you know what? We may just let it be. Rest position. This bad boy, tab A. Let's see, GX. Scale it down a little bit. It's going to cheat it because I just wanted to make it work a little bit just because I said I would. Cool. Mirror it again. Cool. You got to apply that mirror. Now this. Pose position. There we go. Multiple ways to skin a cat. That was a lot of wasted effort, but I kind of hate not having something work right. So let's bring our two robots together into a new scene. I'm just going to save as. Scene. And we'll go grab the other guy too. I as frustrated with this, but you know, it's all good. When I decided to do my stream, I made the conscious decision that I wasn't going to pre-do things and we were going to allow shit to get weird, because most people seem to think that professionals don't deal with this sort of thing. And man, it doesn't matter how much you use a tool or how good you are at it or what you use it for, it's going to piss you off sometimes. That's just the nature of this thing. Okay, so it's loading up that file. Yeah. It's the robot resistance for sure. I want to put him in a warehouse, like an old beat up warehouse. I could make something, we could use something in existence already. I'm kind of torn either way. On the one hand, it's kind of not the vibe. On the other hand, I'm kind of trying to, or not the importance like any building would do, but I'm also trying to kind of avoid a lot of pre-use nowadays. So let's make it. Screw it. New collection warehouse. And it's going to need to be that's a single story. Cool. 30 meters. That feels pretty good. We don't want it to be much bigger than that because we want to theoretically be able to make this as a set if we wanted to. 2 stories and 3 stories. 3-story space. And kind of like it square, but let's just take this and GY 15. No, GY minus 15. So it's 45 by 30 meters. It's a big space, but theoretically we could make a film set out of it. Okay, here's our other guy. Let's grab him, select hierarchy, copy objects, and paste him. And GY RZ 180. RZ 180. Does nothing want to rotate anymore? What the? Rotation. I do not know why my transforms are not working anymore. All right, well, it might be time for a reboot. But those are the 2 guys. That should be a good size for that. Now, I do have, and I will, I think, quote, cheat to use this, procedural stadiums and assets. And we want courts and fields. And we want a boxing ring. There's a boxing ring. It's good to have stuff. Let's see. This guy. Whew. Oh, right. There we go. Grab the rig, not the model. Okay. The advantage to this is it does have lights built onto it already. Only origins by mistake. Did I? How do I turn that off? probably did, but I don't one of those things I don't know actually in Blender. Um, we'll figure it out later. Unless you can tell me. Okay. This thing has lights. Can we turn them on? Settings. These are just the presets, but I don't want a full preset. There we go. There's our ring. So not ring lights. I mean, I can just edit it. Unless you have lights. No. Don't need any of that. Cool. Just take the object and edit it. Can I edit it? Medium point. And the snap's not turned on. That's not on. That's hard ops. Okay. Is there anything on this? No. Never actually tried editing one of these before, so why does it not want to let me edit it? Oh, it's probably a sub object, isn't it? No? Modifiers. We got Pugilist Stadium. Apply all. Ooh, interesting. Okay. Geometry nodes. There we go. Search. Realize instances. Piss off. Now apply all. Great. Yeah, I don't know what happened. We'll figure it out. But in the meantime, we're almost done for this anyway. Now I can edit these things. Great. And material is spotlight. Is there a light behind it? No, it's just a light. Okay. It's not glass. Although, what is the shading on it? It's got an emission. Yeah, so maybe should be emission. It should be emitting light. Let's look and see. It is. Strength 5,000. That's a lot of light, but that's the vibe. Maybe let's go 500. Okay. I think this might be a good place for us to stop because we can work on this space on Monday and get this into looking cool. But I just kind of want to have something in so you can sort of see the vibe where we're going here. And something like that is where we're going here. So yeah, we created our two bots. We futzed around with weird Blender problems, but that is part of the process sometimes. We used the robot generator and then we modified it on our own to give it, simple modifier, but just to get an idea that we could do it, proving that we can add our own stuff to it and make this a bit more customizable. I think it's neat. Alrighty. I'm going to end us here and we'll be back again on Monday to do some more. We will work out this whole space. We'll throw some audience members up. It'll be cool. In the meantime, have a great weekend. Thanks for hanging out with me, and hopefully I will see you folks then. All right, everybody, take care and bye.